You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Bold and the Beautiful fans, I've got your weekly prediction edition. We're going to talk about Brooke ripping out Taylor's heart and lots of other good stuff. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not following, please reach down, click that subscribe button. I've got predictions for Luna and Will, for Brooke and Taylor, for Carter and Hope, for Liam and Hope, and also for Li and Sheila. Let's get into it. Our very first prediction, Luna tricks Will. So next week's spoilers have Will's party happening that Katie planned to celebrate his promotion at Forrester Creations. Yay, nepotism. And Deacon devilishly tells Will and Electra that what happens at Il Giardino stays at Il Giardino. So at the party, Luna is in disguise. She is in a wig, she's in glasses, and she picks up a mask. So Will is all excited because Electra said they could do the deed, and he's revved up, he's ready to go, but it looks like they have not hit the sheets by the time his wild party at the pizza joint pops up next week. So at the party, bizarrely, which does not seem to be a costume party, there are some people randomly in masks, like 50-50. And since Sheila told Luna about the party, which was a bad move, of course, Luna's going to crash. Li sees that Luna's gone. She calls Sheila in a panic, but it's too late. Luna is at the party. She has her hands on a mask, plus she's in a wig. So she is totally channeling her grandma Sheila by hanging out in disguise. So I suspect that Luna tricks Will into thinking she is Electra, and they get really close, maybe even close enough to hook up. Will, of course, would have no reason to think it's anybody but Electra, since Will and Electra have been dancing on Luna's grave the last couple of weeks since she was allegedly shot to death. Nobody but Li and Sheila know Luna is alive, and that obviously spells trouble. So I do expect Grandma Li to rush over there and maybe try and handle things boot camp style. We'll see if Luna gets away with this or not. Our second prediction, Brooke loses patience and crushes Taylor. So we've got Ridge back from Italy after promising Brooke he would make things right, otherwise known as dumping Taylor so he and Brooke can get on with their destiny. But then Ridge wussed out because we all know he's a waffler supreme. So I suspect Brooke may lose patience with Ridge's hemming and hawing, presumably still sharing a bed with Taylor, because of course he would, and she would expect him to. And Brooke's had enough, which is understandable. So I think she may tell Taylor the truth that Ridge wants to be with her, and he promised her that in Italy. I also think that Taylor won't accept what Brooke says at face value. After all, Donna, Katie, Eric, and Brooke have stayed on Taylor about Ridge, with them all saying they don't belong together. So Taylor may think it's just more of them pressuring her and Brooke's wishful thinking. It's funny because Taylor told Ridge she's not taking the engagement ring off, and he acts like, well, what am I supposed to do? Sorry, Brooke. Obviously, Taylor will be far more hurt hearing this from Brooke. And then, of course, Ridge will confirm, oh, yeah, that's the truth. I really hope Taylor kicks him right in the Forrester family jewels if it is Brooke that drops the truth bomb that Ridge wasn't man enough to handle this for himself. Our third prediction, Hope and Liam kiss. So next week's spoilers have Liam telling Hope he knows she has a million other things she could be doing other than hanging out with him, but she tells Liam there's nowhere else she'd rather be. So, you'd think Hope might want to be with her fiance Carter, but I guess not. Liam and Hope are spending more time together this week, and they have been for the past couple of weeks. And of course, Carter was very understanding because Liam was supposedly dying of cancer, and then shot and dying of that, and then still dying of the cancer, and then he had fake brain surgery. Now, though, Hope is still over there when Liam is fine, but honestly, I think that Liam wants Hope right where she is. And her telling Liam that that's where she wants to be could tip things into an intimate moment for the two exes. I don't think they'll sleep together, but I am wondering if the lines might blur a little and Hope and Liam may share a kiss. Hope was talking about, getting back with him. And then that was when Carter overheard, you remember? Then she found out Liam was dying, and then Liam was pushing her at Carter. So she took Carter back and then accepted the engagement ring. But now every everything has changed, I think forever. So that leads into our fourth prediction that Carter's about to get dumped. So next week in the Forrester Creations office, Carter is telling his best friend Ridge very passionately that he can't wait to marry Hope. Meanwhile, she's over at the Spencer mansion sharing a sweet moment with Liam. I think Carter means that he wants to marry Hope ASAP, like right away. So I wonder if Carter has any inkling that his relationship might be at risk because Liam's alive and well and he's not going anywhere. And maybe Carter thinks that he needs to lock her down as soon as he can. To me, it seems inevitable that Hope is going to dump Carter, either because she still feels a pull towards Liam or because Thomas comes back, or maybe a little bit of both. Hope honestly loved both Liam and Thomas way more than I think she has ever loved Carter. I think he was just somebody who fell in insta love with Hope because he will fall in love with any woman that gives him the time of day, and Hope needed an ego boost. Plus, Carter stole Forrester Creations for her, and that definitely made him look shinier to her. But, you know, other than Hope getting her revenge on Steffi, that's all over now, and she's kind of over the revenge thing. I just think Carter and Hope are very quickly going to be over, but you know, that's all right. His next chick's already in town. Daphne is ready to go and waiting. Our fifth and final prediction, Li rages at Sheila and blames her. So Li calls Sheila, they're on the phone, and Li's telling Sheila, Luna isn't here. And Sheila says, well, where would she go? I cannot believe that Sheila asks Li that on the night of Will's party that Sheila specifically and idiotically told Luna about. Of course, where would their granddaughter go? Duh. Luna sneaks into Will's party at Il Giardino, and Li lets Sheila know Luna left the hideout. I can see Li raging at Sheila and blaming her because Luna found out about the party because of Sheila. So yeah, I think Li's gonna flip, and I think she should. When Sheila's on the phone with Li, they don't realize Luna is right downstairs at the restaurant, but I'm sure it's not going to be long before Sheila realizes that Luna's at the party. She goes down there and tries to round her up. Li might show up and try and round up their wayward granddaughter as well. I could totally see Li showing up intent on bagging and tagging Luna and hauling her back to the hideout. But in the meantime, and even afterwards, I absolutely think she's going to blame Sheila, and I think that she should.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.